Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 100% brutally honest Slime Shine UK slime shop review. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, then also subscribe. First of all, I'd just like to say that I don't want to be mean or rude to anybody. This is just a 100% honest review. So the first slime I got off them was Bingsu Push Pop. I really love the concept of pushing up the slime from the container. I thought it was super cute and I loved doing it. The one problem that I did have with this container though was that it was very hard to close it without air getting in, so I had to kind of like rehome it, like rehouse it into a different container after that, just because it would have dried up if I hadn't done that. But the texture itself was quite good. It was very jiggly though, and as you can see in the next few clips, when it's inflated it's even more jiggly, and I'm a fan of the more kind of thick holdable textures, but this was very jiggly. So but if you like that kind of consistency, then this is the perfect slime for you. It smelled amazing. It smelled just like perfume. I don't know if they actually sent it with perfume or if they just used a scent that smelled like perfume, but the texture was a very jiggly, as I said. It was also very crunchy, so obviously because it is a Bingsu bead slime, and also this didn't come melted completely, so I was quite happy with that, although it was a bit sticky, so I did have to activate it, and as you can see it did inflate a bit, so that's a great thing about the slime. So I think I would rate this a 7 out of 10. The second slime I got was Silver and Gold Leaf. Again, it was another clear-based slime and it was unscented. The silver and gold leaf pieces were very, very nice and cute, and they just added a bit of colour to the slime, but the actual slime itself was not coloured, and as I said, it was unscented. It was also very jiggly as well, like the previous slime. I think they probably used the same glue. That's like, my logic, they probably do, but it's quite a thin glue. I don't think it's the Elmer's glue. But yeah, this slime was a 2 ounce, so as you can see it's very small. It didn't really make very many bubble pops though. That's probably because it is so small, but they didn't have a bigger size, so I just had to go with this one. So I think I would rate it a 6 or 7 out of 10. So here I have Fudge Ice Cream. It's a DIY clay slime, and I just want to mention first and foremost that it did need the packaging, because at first when I looked at it I was like, why does this slime have so much protection, when I realised that this came in a deli container. It was supposed to come in a screw top container, but I don't think they had screw top lid containers, because all of these slimes except for one came in deli containers, so they probably just didn't have the 8 ounce size. And yeah, because I thought I'd get it in a screw top container, but because in the listing it had a screw top container, but in real life it actually came in a deli container, so I had to kind of like rehouse it after this video just because it would leak, and it did leak eventually, so I did end up throwing the slime away. But yeah, so I'd really recommend using screw top lid containers for all of these slimes, and not all of them, just most. But yeah, so it did arrive a bit sticky, so I did add some activator. I did over-activate it, that's completely my fault. That was out of their control that it melted in the first place. But the scent, when I opened this, it was so strong. It filled the whole room that I was filming in. It just, this awful, really, really bad scent. I don't want to be mean to the people who they get the scents from, or to Slime Shine UK, but the scent was so bad. It was so bad. It smelled awful. It was like, I don't know what to describe it as. It was just such a bad scent. It was the worst scent probably ever that I've smelled before. I really, really don't want to sound mean or rude, but this is a 100% brutally honest slime shop review, so I am being 100% brutally honest with this scent, and this scent was 100% hands down the worst scent ever. But yeah, so onto the actual slime. I wasn't a huge fan of the colour. It didn't really turn into much of a deep chocolate kind of fudge colour. It was more like a lighter, duller colour. I didn't really like it that much. when they were just separate, it was probably the best. But yeah, and this was a DIY clay slime, as I said, and they did not give me they gave me nowhere near enough slime and clay to mix into this. I think in the listing it said like when I just looked at it from the photos, it looked like after I mixed in everything, it would turn out from an 8-ounce slime into maybe a 10-ounce. This didn't even turn into 8.5 ounces. So this was the slime that I was supposed to get. It was supposed to be probably around 2 ounces of slime. I got 1/4 of an ounce probably. And the slime itself was very putty-like. It was very overactivated. It was not stretchy at all. Smelled horrible as well. It was not enough. Like, I think they should have given me a lot more. And also both of, like, this clear slime and also some clay that I got, they came in plastic bags. I think I would highly recommend putting containers instead of plastic bags because, you know, plastic bags, you can't really put the slime back in. Even if you, like, you know, like, if you don't have thousands of containers everywhere, you're not going to be able to put the slime anywhere else. If it did get actually even bigger, which it did not do at all. But yeah, this clay, again, it smelled awful, as well as the clear slime and the actual base. So all round, I think this is probably my least favorite slime. It wasn't really particularly fun to assemble the clay. Like, you know, I haven't really had that many DIY clay slimes in like before, and I was super excited for this one but I think I was very disappointed with this because it was not fun at all. It was just basically the opposite of fun. It was kind of stressful because I had to rationalize the clay with the slime, like, you know, that kind of thing, like, because I was worried that I wouldn't have enough to you know, sprinkle the whole thing over. I had to, you know, be careful where I placed everything. So I didn't really enjoy this. And yeah, so here I'm just kind of, you know, trying to glaze it on top when it did rip. I also found a foam bead. I don't know if you can tell, like, you know, on the top left hand top left hand corner of the slime. I found a foam bead that I don't think was supposed to be in there. The glaze kind of looked like a Z. I thought it was kind of cool. And yeah, and then I just, you know, left that like that. Then I opened the clay that was basically, you know, I could not get it out of the packet just without ripping it open. So yeah, I couldn't actually really get much of the clay out because it was just sticking to the sides of the packet. It was not gonna move or anything. So I just got out as much as I could and then started to assemble it. This thing up now. Yeah, this is super wet. Because also the slime and the clay that I just added in, they're also really hard. Like, the slime was literally a putty, but harder than a putty, like a putty of a putty, like way too hard. I don't know, because now it's summertime, so it would melt usually, and I don't know if it got harder or if they just sent it way too overactivated, and then by the time it came to me, it didn't really have a chance to melt enough that it was supposed to. But yeah, this isn't really satisfying to mix because I overactivated the slime, and also the other things are overactivated, so it's not the most satisfying thing that I've ever seen or that you guys will ever see, but I guess I just mixed in some clay and slime to another bit of And here I have iced tea. So this again came with some sellotape around it because it did come in a deli container again, and I just decided just to cut it open and just get rid of the thing. The sticker did suffer a bit in the opening process, and the slime, lucky enough, did not melt so much for me. Considering that it was a clear-based slime, it smelled so good though. Like, this is probably the best scent. Like, where if they get a scent from the same place, they should get more of the iced tea one and less of the fudge one, because this scent was amazing. It smelled so good, like so good. Like, I could not get over it. It was the best scent ever. The texture itself was a bit jiggly again, but not so jiggly like the other one. This was a jelly cube slime, and it had some jelly cubes, obviously, then some lovely Fimo slices, and then some leaves, like some fake plastic leaves, and this texture was amazing. I really enjoyed the slime just all around. It was so much better than the previous one. And also because it didn't melt, so I didn't really have to, activate it, which would then make it cloudy, so yeah, I was very happy with that. The jelly cubes were really fun to mix, like to crush, and it was really good for bubble pops, good for poking as well. But it did get harder, as you can see here. It's a lot harder, but it's not really that much of a problem. It's because then I could just melt it down or just leave it in a warm room and it would obviously melt back down. So yeah, I really love this one. And these are all the extras I got. I included the little 2 slimes because I thought I got them as extras, but I realised that they aren't extras because I filmed this before. So, yeah, so I got 3 packets of fake snow, glitter, the slime, a little bunny sticker, some borax, obviously, and then also a care sheet and a business card. So it had some good instructions of, like, if you don't know how to activate and melt slime, just basically instructions. I think that's a really good essential, and they just had all of their Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. And then yeah, so here I'm just showing you everything separately. I got 3 packets of this instant snow. I haven't tried it, I don't know if it works. Then I got lollipop, glitter, Werther's Original Mint, and yeah. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and then also subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload a new video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!